Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Cheryl, and I'm bringing you back into the kitchen. I'm going to make a sweet and spicy Korean barbecue meatloaf. So I got 1.5 pounds of hamburger here, and I have about a clove of garlic. I have 1 little shallot and some frozen green peppers that I had. I'm just putting this all into the bowl. I'm going to crack in 1 egg. Okay. And let me get my ingredients here. I'm going to put in, this is a new bottle here. I'm going to put in 1/2 cup of soy sauce, and I'm using a low sodium, guys, okay? So 1/2 cup. That's going in. And I'm going to use about 1.5 tablespoons of this Korean hot sauce. It can be a little tangy, guys, so if you don't like a lot of spice, be careful when you use it, okay? And I'm going to put in a tablespoon of sesame oil. Any sesame seed oil you want. Okay. Let me dry this off. And I'm using an alternative brown sugar, but we're going to need 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And this is the alternative that I use for brown sugar. I'm watching my sugar intake and stuff. So 2 tablespoons of it. And I have some ground ginger. And I'm going to use a good teaspoon of ground ginger. Okay. They called for mince, but I didn't have any. And we're going to use mirin, which is like in between a sake and a rice vinegar. We're going to use a good tablespoon. And it does call for breadcrumbs. However, I'm not using breadcrumbs. I switched all my breadcrumbs to a pork panko. It's like a pork rind. And they're like very low in carbohydrates. Like this one, it has 0 carbohydrates in it, if you can see that. So if you're watching your carbs and things like that, it's good to use the pork panko. It works just like regular breadcrumbs. So I'm putting in a cup. And you can get this in your grocery store, or I'll have Farron link all the ingredients I have from my Amazon store when he edits the video. So that way you guys can find it. And preset your oven to 375, which is mine's already set. And then I'm going to use a cast iron skillet. And we're going to bake this for about 45-50 minutes, okay? So just go ahead and mix all your ingredients together. I'm just gonna plop it in here. Get all the other ingredients out. And we're just gonna shape it. Okay. And you don't have to use cast iron, you use a loaf pan, whatever you put your meatloaf in or on. I know some people do sheet pans. That's perfectly fine too. But I did, you know, add extra onions and green peppers, which the recipe doesn't really call for, but I always put them in my meatloafs. So guys, we're gonna pop this in the oven. Let me wash my hands. All right, pop this in the oven and we'll get this rolling. See you guys back in about 35 minutes. Okay guys, I'm just gonna eyeball this. I have some honey and I'm gonna make like a sweet and spicy glaze for the top. Let's say about a half a cup of honey. Then I'm going to take the Korean hot sauce. Probably about a tablespoon. And I'm just going to mix it up. And here in a few minutes, I'm going to take out the meatloaf and I'm going to brush it on and then put it back in the oven for the rest of the time. Let's taste this. I think I can use just a tad bit more. Okay. Yeah, that's good. All right. We have a few more minutes, about 5 minutes, and I'll bring you back. Okay, guys. I'm going to take some of the sauce we just made, and I'm just going to put it on here. There's no right way or wrong way. Just kind of give it some added flavor. And then we're going to pop it back in the oven for the last 10 minutes. Okay. There we have it. Okay, guys, it's finished. We're going to pull it out of the oven, and we're going to let it rest for about 10 minutes before we slice into it, and I'll bring you back when it's ready. Okay, guys, I'm going to juice it up here a little bit while it's cooling. I'm going to put on some green onion. And some sesame. Okay, we're going to let it sit there and meld back together. And we'll slice into it and see what it looks like. Okay, guys, we're going to slice into this and serve it up. Oh, that looks great. Smells delish. Okay. I'm going to give it a little taste test. Guys, this is great. This is fantastic. You need to make this sweet and spicy barbecue Korean meatloaf. Who knew? Pretty good stuff. I mean, it's moist. It's not dried out. Yeah. So guys, leave down in the comments if you make this. This is awesome. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you on the next video. Love you guys. Bye for now.